Hey everybody, Todd Allen here, executive producer on the film Goodman Inc. We're here on location with my co-executive producer and writer-director, Jeffrey Kelley. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your movie?
Jackson Goodman's a family patriarch, and he has been terrified of his oldest boy, Willis, ever since that lad was about 5 years old.
So now as we join the story, Willis is all grown up. What's his relationship with his father like now?
Willis and Jackson have a very complex relationship. It's clear that Jackson is still not fond of the boy. However, he's always been his mother's favorite.
There's a bit of a family business at play here too. Why don't you speak to that a little bit?
They've become contract killers. Willis and his brother Harrison, they work for Jackson, and they're very good at what they do. Willis has a bit of a gift. He gravitates towards the chaos and the violence, and Harrison would have been the type of guy best suited to be an accountant.
So what I get is like Harrison runs a little cool, a little level-headed, while Willis is kind of the loose cannon. And so it's just business as usual at Goodman Inc.
Until it isn't. At this point, we enter into a dynamic with a rival assassin. So this man decides it's time to execute the matriarch of the Goodman family. Now filled with rage, Goodman Inc. go out on a quest for revenge. We were fortunate enough to have a credible pool of talent to use for this one. Tackling the role of Jackson Goodman will be Ray MacArthur. Ray is just phenomenal. He has a long history of appearances in feature films, television, lots of voiceover work, radio, and just a leader on set. Dave Barnhart is joining us. Kimberly White will be joining us as Yael Goodman, the estranged on and off wife of Willis, and really our supporting cast is quite strong.
I'm glad you mentioned Rob. Jeff, can you speak to us a little bit about his background in martial arts?
Oh, absolutely. Rob Doley is a veteran martial artist. He's been doing this since the 1970s. He's a student of the renowned Deni in San Diego, California, founder of the Doley Academy of Martial Arts. His pedigree extends across many different arts, kickboxing, Silat, Jeet Kune Do. And what he's been doing here is working with the actors and designing a fantastic fight sequence, a few small ones, but one that's going to be towards the end of the film that's going to be quite dynamic. Begin working with us, and when it comes time, we're going to have something very special here to show you. It's going to be fantastic.
So in this final fight scene, you're going to be reunited with a familiar on-screen combatant.
Yes, Nigel Flood, who played my rival in The Pugilist. And also was fortunate enough to be one of the 14 people in the club fighters that have broken my nose. As we move forward into Goodman, he's going to be able to carry me through this fight sequence. His background is quite robust. Boxing, kickboxing, competitive Muay Thai fighter. He's a former student of Rob Doley's, so he's going to be able to make this look very crisp and very sharp, all in a very safe way for us.
Tell us a little bit about your director of photography.
Our director of photography on this is Deni Savoie. He's just a fantastically talented man. Deni studied photography at college many years ago. He would go from there to apprentice under Martin Phillip. After that, he began his own photography business. He ran that for many years before retiring from the craft. Recently, he's come out of retirement and shifted his focus to film. He cut his teeth on cinema when we were shooting the Paranormal Thriller, The Farmhouse, and he's going to be bringing a great deal of professionalism and a fantastic skill set to Goodman.
So you've assembled a pretty hard-working team of producers for Goodman Inc.
Yes, well, joining me as an executive producer is you, Todd, and we've been working pretty hard for quite some time now getting this off the ground, organizing things, going through rewrites, sourcing materials, locations, and making executive level decisions. Joining us as full producers will be Andrew Miller and Dave Barnhart. They both tackled this role before on other films, and really they bring a lot of value, and I think between all of us we're going to be able to get a very nice and polished product.